Hello everybody and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Tatum. If not, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you. If you haven't already, please consider to like and subscribe to support free yoga. I put 3 new videos out every week just for you. Today is a little bit different. I decided to do a voiceover on this one since it is a 90-minute flow. I wanted to focus more on trying to present the poses to you. However, I did fall out of a few. We're all human here. And really give you an opportunity to spice up your practice. So if you see an opportunity to take an arm balance, a headstand, handstand, whatever you want, go ahead and take it. I did not provide cues for everything, but I dropped a few here and there if you wanted to take that opportunity. Additionally, it is a really big flow, so at any point in time you want to come down into Shavasana or a child's pose, go ahead and take it. I made this class to come back to time and time again to notice how each side of your body is feeling, how your practice is in general, so getting a general baseline, because we do cover so many different things in this class and you have an opportunity to take a lot of different poses. So this is a great class to notice your progress and notice if you have a good day or a bad day, which is all normal. I did not use any blocks or straps for this practice, but if you know you like them or you know you want to use them in a certain pose or anything, I just keep them by your mat. Grab anything else that you need for your practice, and I will meet you back here. Everybody and welcome to the mat. So today we're actually going to get started off in child's pose. So you can come on down to the mat, take your big toes to touch, knees out wide if you'd like. Hands can be extended, forehead coming to the mat or a block. And this can be an active child's pose, pressing your palms into the earth, sinking your hips back towards your heels. We're going to take 3 big rounds of breath together just to clear our mind, our thoughts, and our body. So wherever you are, let's exhale completely, release all the air out, pull the belly button in towards the spine. When you're ready, take a full deep inhale through your nose, send it to your backside body. Pause at the top, and then exhale, press your palms into the earth, hips sink back towards your heels. 2 more just like that. Inhaling, full deep inhale breath, sending it to your backside body. Pause at the top, and then exhale, completely release, pressing your palms into the earth, sinking back a little bit farther. Last one, biggest, fullest, deepest breath of the day today. Inhaling, pause at the top, and then exhale, ground down, press your palms into the earth, shins into the earth, sink back towards your heels. Option to take any little movement here if you want to rock your head from side to side on your mat. Roll out your wrists here. Take a few stretches. And then we'll gently make our way into a tabletop position. Our knees are right underneath our hips and our hands are right underneath our shoulders. Begin to take some cat-cows. So an inhale to cow, belly drops, gaze lifts, hips lift, and an exhale to cat, pulling that belly button to spine, dropping the head down and tucking the tailbone under. Take a few of these on your own. And if you'd like, you can sprinkle in any organic movement that you need today. So you can shift your hips from side to side, you can rock from side to side, maybe take some torso circles, create a C shape gazing back at your heel, and then maybe the other one. Maybe you reach back, press forward, roll forward into a low cobra, whatever you would like. Take a couple more rounds here. And then we'll all come back through center. We're going to kick our right leg out, toes facing forward to the top of our mat. Let's inhale, shift our weight forward, and then exhale, sink our hips back towards this left heel, getting a nice long leg stretch down our hamstring and our inner leg on our right side. And you gauge the intensity here. So if this is too intense of a stretch, gently shift your weight forward again, pulling your shoulders right over your wrists. When you're ready, we'll all release, come back through center. Pull that right knee right back underneath your right hip. Kick your left leg out. Left toes are facing forward. And then again, inhale, shift your weight forward. And then exhale, pull those hips back towards your heel. And then again, you gauge the intensity here, sending your breath down your left leg. If you'd like, you can come back forward, maybe take some rocking motions, whatever's going to feel good. Just a few breaths. And then when you're ready, gently come back through center. Bring that left knee right back underneath the left hip. Take any other little movement. And when you're ready, walk your hands one palm's length in front of where they're at right now. Tuck your toes, take a deep inhale, and then exhale, press up and back to our first downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, you can pedal out your feet, rock your hips from side to side, shake your head yes, shake your head no. Wherever you are, just make sure you have a slight bend in your knees, your hips are sending high to the sky, and our feet can be hip width distance, hands can be wider than your shoulders here. You can even turn your fingers out to the side, maybe your pinky edges of your fingers are hanging off the mat. Make this downward facing dog comfortable for you. And if downward facing dog doesn't work for you today, you can always make your way into a tabletop. I'd like to remind you that this is your practice and you can decorate it however you wish. At any point in time, you can come down into a child's pose or even Shavasana. Take a few more rounds of breath in your downward facing dog. And when you're ready, let's find a little bit of stillness through center. Let's exhale again wherever we are. Take a full deep inhale through your nose. Fill up your belly. And then exhale, H-A-ha, out through your mouth. If you haven't already, you can begin to cultivate that Ujjayi breath here. And when you're ready, let's inhale, come high up onto our toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. We'll all meet in Tadasana. All right, starting in Tadasana, standing at the top of our mat, feet could be hip width distance or together. If your feet are together, bring your heels slightly apart. Let's interlace all 10 fingers and bring our knuckles right up underneath our chin. We want to maintain this chin to knuckle contact the entire breathing series, and we're only doing one set of 10 today. So when you're ready, press firmly through your feet, root and grow through your spine. Try to reach that crown of your head towards the ceiling. So like I said, we want to maintain this chin to knuckle contact. And on your inhales, you're going to be inhaling through your nose. And then on the exhales, we'll be exhaling out through our mouth, making an H-A-ha sound, almost like we're trying to fog up a mirror if it was right in front of our face. So when you're ready, we'll begin inhaling on my count for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, head back for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, chin comes onto the horizon. Arms and elbows are coming up to frame our face. Relax your shoulders down. Breathe in. Exhale, head drops back. Elbows and arms stay lifted. Pull the low belly in. Try not to lean back. And begin inhaling. Head drops down. Chin is on the horizon. For 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, head back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, gaze straight ahead, chin on the horizon. Arms and elbows are coming up, framing our face. Pull the low belly in, root up nice and tall. Exhale, head back. Elbows stay lifted. Arms are coming together. H-A-ha sound. And gently begin to inhale. Head drops down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, head back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, head back, H-A-ha sound for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, gaze straight ahead. Arms are coming up to frame the face. No back bending here. Core is engaged. Exhale, head drops back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gaze straight ahead, chin on the horizon. Beautiful. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, head back, H-A-ha sound, gaze straight at the ceiling. Arms stay lifted, elbows are coming together, elbows touch. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, head back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, head back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Gently release your hands. You can shake out your feet, shake out your hands. We'll come back to the top of our mat, standing in Tadasana. Let's take our feet together here. All right, moving on, half moon. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead, interlace all 10 fingers, and then release your index finger. Our biceps are coming right next to our ears, but our shoulders are trying to pull down just a bit. Relax them down. You can begin hinging from side to side, warming up the body, and then maybe hinging from front to back. And then when you're ready, we'll all come back through center. We'll inhale, lift up nice and tall. Fingertips are trying to touch the ceiling, lifting up out of the hips. And then exhale, fingertips to the right, hips to the left. We're grounding down and rooting through our feet, pressing through the outer edge of that left foot, feeling a stretch all the way from our left heel to our fingertips. Fingertips are reaching to the back right corner of the room, and then we're squaring our body off towards the front. So there's no twisting in our waist here. Try to pull the right shoulder forward while you roll the left shoulder back, and then pull the right hip back, rolling the left hip forward. Pull the low belly in, lift up a little bit taller. Don't hold your breath. Exhale, come down a little bit deeper. You got it. Breathe, reach. Don't crunch into your right side. And change. Inhale, come back through center. Sit up nice and tall. Grow tall. Fingertips trying to reach the ceiling. And then exhale. Fingertips to the left, hips to the right. Again, rooting down through your feet. Both feet are on the mat. Feeling a stretch from the outside of your right foot all the way up to your fingertips. Reaching up nice and tall. No twisting in our waist. Again, we want to pull this left shoulder forward this time, right shoulder's pulling back, and then pull your left hip back, right hip rolls forward, squaring towards the front of your mat. Lift your chin, breathe, gaze straight ahead, fingertips reaching to the back left corner of the room. Breathe and reach. Don't hold your breath. Come up a little bit taller. Exhale, come a little bit deeper. You got it. Breathe. And change. Inhale, come back through center. You can keep your fingertips up towards the sky or bring your hands to your low back if you have a tender back today. If you're ready, let's inhale, reach those fingertips up. Exhale, pull your low belly in, lace the low ribs down, and then begin to press your hips forward, reaching back. You're drawing a line from the ceiling all the way down to the wall behind you, maybe to the floor. Really engage the core, no pinching in the low back. Come back, go back, all the way back, and change. Inhale, gently come back up. Exhale, fold forward, release your hands, go ahead, squat down, shift from side to side, take any little movement. And then when you're ready, we're coming into our first forward fold. So let's bend down and we're going to scoop up our feet. All 10 fingers are facing forward and our fingers are underneath our heels. So we're holding our heels in our hands. Our forearms are working right behind our calves here. Release your head down. Let's take an inhale to prepare. And then exhale, hips up, head down. Gaze right in between your legs. Allow your neck to lengthen down. Crown of your head is reaching towards the floor. Breathe. Maybe begin to roll your weight to the balls of your feet. Send your hips a little bit higher. And change. Gently release your grip from your heels. Interlace all 10 fingers. Release the index finger and inhale, slowly lift up. Arms reach up. And then gently bring those arms down by your side. All right, second set. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Interlace all 10 fingers, release that index finger. Again, root down through your feet, grow tall through your spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fingertips to the right, hips to the left. Again, squaring off our body, coming deeper than the first set. This is your chance, coming to the maximum here. You can do it. Breathe. Remember, pull this right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, right hip back, left hip forward. No twisting. Come down. You got it. Breathe and change. Inhale, come back through center. When you're ready, lift up nice and tall, and then exhale, fingertips to the left, hips to the right. Left shoulder pulls back, right shoulder is coming forward, and then again, pulling this left hip forward, right hip back. Breathe. Come down as deep as you can today. It's okay. Lift your chin. Breathe and gaze ahead. Come down a little bit deeper, and change. Inhale, come back through center. And then when you're ready, hands can come to your low back. And inhale to prepare as you lift up. And then exhale, press your hips forward and come back. Go back all the way back. And change. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Gently release your hands. You can dip down, shift from side to side, and this is yogi's choice. So if you want to take your feet out as wide as your mat, take a forward fold of your choice. You can grab your peace fingers with your big toes. You can simply take a rag doll. Or you can slip your hands underneath your feet, so the front of your feet for a gorilla pose. If you're in the traditional pose, when you're ready, scoop up those heels in your hands. Take an inhale to prepare. And then exhale, hips up, head down. Breathe and release, allowing the spine to grow long. Slight bend in your knees, no hyperextending. Gaze right in between your legs. Everybody, make sure you have a slight bend in your knees, and maybe we shift our weight to the balls of our feet, sending our hips a little bit higher. And change. Inhale, gently release, come up to standing. Fingertips are reaching towards the sky. And change. Bring your hands down by your side. Beautiful work. Moving on here, getting our first vinyasa in. When you're ready, inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step or hop back. High or low plank, lower all the way down or halfway down. An inhale will take you to an upward facing dog or a low cobra. It's your choice. Exhale will take you back into a downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Take one breath here. And when you're ready, your next inhale will bring you high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Remain in this forward fold. Take two fists and bring them in between your hands. Getting ready for our awkward pose series. Let's inhale, slowly roll one vertebrae up at a time. Arms will reach up overhead. Squeeze all 10 fingers together here, and then bring your arms down onto the horizon. Our hands are at shoulder height, right on the horizon, reaching forward. Pull your arms back into your shoulder sockets. When you're ready, press firmly through both feet. Inhale, lift up tall, grow through your spine. And then exhale, sit back into your chair. So we want 6 inches between your hands, knees, and feet. Our thighs are working parallel to the floor. Drop your tailbone down towards your heels and lift those frontal hip bones. Reach actively through the arms. You got it. Chin is lifted, shoulders are back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, change. Inhale, stand back up. Beautiful. Keep those arms on the horizon as best you can. Fingertips squeezing together. We're going to come high up onto our tippy toes. So when you're ready, inhale, lift all the way up onto your toes. Heels are as high as you can go. Keep the heels lifted and sit back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thighs are working parallel, heels are lifted high. Reach through your arms, shoulders are back, crown of the head is right over your tailbone. Shoulders and hips are in one line. Keep breathing, you got it. Lift the heels for 3, 2, 1. Change. Inhale, stand all the way back up and release your heels down towards the floor. Arms are still on the horizon here. When you're ready, let's inhale, lift halfway up onto your toes this time, just to the pads of your feet. Squeeze your knees together and just like you're sliding down a wall, come down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press your knees together and point them down towards the floor. Hips are higher than your knees. Drop the tailbone down. Breathe here, you got it. Keep your back straight, shoulders back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change, stand right back up. Release your heels, release your arms. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, pause for a moment. Allow your back to rest, spine to lengthen. When you're ready, we'll all inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step or hop back, high or low plank, lower all the way down or halfway down. Inhale will lift you up, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Take a moment, pause here, catch your breath. From your downward facing dog, let's inhale our left leg high to the sky. You can bend your knee, open up your hip here if you need to take a knee circle real quick. And let's change up the direction. And then shoot that left leg back behind us. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Stagger your feet so you're on a railroad track, not a tightrope. Let's all inhale, lift up, crescent lunge. Left knee is stacked right over our left ankle, and our back leg is working strong. Our heel of our right foot is over the ball of our right foot. Back leg is strong and straight. Moving into our eagle pose here, let's inhale, fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, right arm under left, cross wrap and twist, or you can grab opposite shoulders. It's your choice. When you're ready, find some buoyancy in your back leg. Begin to hinge forward. Take the weight into your left foot. Now you can step forward or you can gently hinge forward, bringing that right leg over left. Cross, wrap, and twist right into this eagle pose. Root down through your left foot, and you can wrap that right foot around your calf here. If it's not reaching like mine, you can always drop your right toe down like a little kickstand. And then let's draw our shoulders right back over our hips here. Spine is straight, elbows and knees are in one line. Our hips are working squared towards the front of our mat. Our shoulders are back and down. Drop your tailbone down and breathe. Option, if you want to take a soaring eagle, release that top leg, kick it back behind you. Fingertips can be reaching forward. Remember to breathe. Soaring eagles, make your way back. We'll all meet in eagle pose. And then when you're ready, gently unwind. Inhale, arms reach up, uncross your legs. And we'll all meet in Tadasana. From Tadasana, inhale again, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop back, high or low plank. Your choice for your vinyasa. We'll all meet in our downward facing dog. Again, from our downward facing dog, let's inhale, right leg lifts high. Bend your knee, open up your hip, take a few knee circles. Switch directions. And then when you're ready, inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Again, staggered here. We're on a railroad track, not a tightrope. When you're ready, we'll all inhale, lift up, high crescent. Sinking through our hips. Right knee is right over right ankle. Back leg is strong and straight. Left heel is over the left ball of our foot. And then when you're ready, fingertips reach high to the sky. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, left arm under right. Cross wrap and twist or grab opposite shoulders here. Again, you can step forward into chair or you can find that buoyancy in your back leg. When you're ready, shift your weight to your right leg and then cross that left leg up and over the right. Again, you can tuck your big toe behind your calf if that's available today. If not, you can always take the kickstand method or just try to wrap your legs as tightly as you can. Coming into this eagle pose again, keep a deep bend through your bottom knee. Elbows and knees are in one straight line. Hips are working squared towards the front of your mat. Shoulders are back. You want to lean back farther than you think you need to. Drop your tailbone down. Root down through your bottom foot. And then again, option to take soaring eagle here. Release that top leg, kick back. Fingertips can reach forward ahead of you. Soaring eagles, when you're ready, gently make your way back. We'll all meet in eagle pose. And then an inhale, we'll all gently unwind, making our way to Tadasana. Beautiful work. Go ahead, take a drink of water, and then we'll meet back at the top of our mat. All right, you guys, so we're coming into 2 rounds of standing forehead to knee here. On the second set, you have an option for hand to big toe pose, or you can just gently open your knee up to the side. You'll see when we get there. So for the first set, we're going for the traditional round. We're going to stand at the top of our mat, and we're going to root down through our left foot first. Lift your left kneecap, engage your thigh, and pull your low belly in. When you're ready, bend your right knee and bring your thigh parallel to the floor. If you feel comfortable, you can begin to bend forward and interlace all 10 fingers underneath your right foot. Get a good grip there. And if you can't quite get that grip, you can just interlace all 10 fingers 2 inches below your right knee. Stay here. If you'd like to continue and you have that grip underneath your foot, your standing left leg is strong. Take an inhale to prepare, and then exhale, kick your right leg out in front of you. Hips are level and you look like an L from the side. Both legs are straight. Keep a micro bend in your standing leg. No hyperextension here. Hips are level. Press actively through your heel. Breathe. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Gently bend your knee. Bring it back through center and then gently release with control. Gently shake out your hands, shake out your feet. Coming into our left side now. So we're going to root down through our right foot. Engage your right kneecap. Thigh is engaged. Pull your low belly in again. Hips are level. Pull this right hip in so you are leveled and squared towards the front. When you're ready, bend your left knee. Bring your thigh parallel to the floor. And if you'd like, hinge forward, interlace all 10 fingers. Get a good grip underneath that left foot. If you can't grab under the foot, again, interlace all 10 fingers right below your left kneecap and stay there. If you have the grip underneath your foot and your right standing leg is strong and straight, take a deep inhale to prepare, and then exhale, kick that left leg out in front of you. Again, hips are level, squared to the front of your mat. Breathe here. Both legs are straight and you look like an L from the side. Keep a micro bend in both knees, no hyperextension. Press actively through your heel. And press your standing leg towards the back of the wall. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Gently release. Bend that knee. Bring it back through center. And bring it down towards the floor. Option to take a small back bend here if you need it. Hands to the low back. Lift your chest. Press your hips forward. So for our second set, like I said, you have an option to take the traditional set. I'll be cueing that. Or you can take Ekapada Hasta Gustasana. I will demo it for you right here. So again, you want to press actively through this left bottom foot. Engage your kneecap and your thigh. Pull the low belly in. Bend your right knee, grab your big toe with your peace finger, and then you can kick this right leg out in front of you and then bring it open to the right side of your mat. You alternatively can keep the knee bent and just open the knee to the right. So this is really your choice. When you're ready, we're all going to come back through center, standing in Tadasana, root down through your left foot. And then when you're ready, bend that right knee. Bring your thigh parallel to the earth. Interlace all 10 fingers around the bottom of your foot or your kneecap. When you're ready and you have that grip around your foot, standing leg is strong, take a full deep inhale here, and then exhale, press your right foot forward, toes flex back towards your face. Your right leg is straight out in front of you. You can start to bend your elbows, wrapping your forearms around your calf. Release your low back and bring your chest lower to your right leg. If you'd like, you begin to shift your gaze towards your foot, then maybe your shin, and then maybe your gaze comes towards the floor, forehead to knee, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change, slow with control, gently release, come back to Tadasana. All right, rooting down through your right leg, kneecap is lifted, thigh is engaged. Go ahead when you're ready, pick up this left leg. Left knee and thigh are parallel to the earth. When you're ready, interlace all 10 fingers around your left leg or your left knee. If your standing leg is strong, take a full deep inhale to prepare, and then exhale, kick that left leg out in front of you. Again, hips are level. If your standing leg is strong and straight and your left leg is out in front of you, you can begin to bend and wrap your elbows and your forearms around your calf. Release the low back. Chest is working down to the leg. Maybe you begin to shift your gaze to your extended foot, then to your shin. Maybe forehead comes to knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change, gently release, slow with control. Come back to Tadasana. Hands come to our low back. You can take a back bend here. From Tadasana, we're going to come into one round of standing bow here today. So when you're ready, again, same thing, rooting down through your left foot, kneecaps lifted, thighs engaged. Pull this left hip in towards center so both hips are squared. Bend your right arm out to the side, palm face up. Extend it back behind you, and you can pick up the instep of your right foot, or you can grab your ankle or your lower leg, whatever is available. Just remember that your wrist will be facing out and your inner elbow will be facing out towards the side. Begin by drawing your knees together so we're hugging everything into midline. Inhale, extend this left arm up towards the sky and press your bicep next to your ear. Pause and take a moment. Next, inhale, slightly begin to arch your low back. And then when you're ready, exhale, kick your right foot into your hand as hard as you can. Reach with your left arm. So we're kicking and reaching, 50-50 movement. We're kicking as hard as we can. And when you can't kick anymore, that's when your body's going to come parallel to the horizon. Reaching your toes up and back behind you. Your right shin is working towards the wall behind you. Breathe and reach. Left arm is reaching forward on the horizon line. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Pull your right knee in towards your midline so it's not splaying out towards the side. Kicking as hard as you can here. Release the tension in your face. A little bit higher. Kick a little bit harder. And change, gently release. Inhale, come to Tadasana, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Take a little forward fold here. Maybe a ragdoll. Or maybe you just bend down, shifting your hips from side to side. Next, inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing, resetting. This time we're going to root down through our right foot. Kneecap is lifted, thighs engaged. Pull your right hip in towards your midline. Bend your left arm out to the side, palm face up. Extend this left hand back behind you and pick the instep of your left foot up, or again, your ankle or your lower leg, whatever is available today. Just remember that your wrist will be facing out and the inner elbow will be facing out towards the side. Draw your knees together, lift up firm, root down through your bottom right foot. Right arm will reach up to the sky, bicep pressed to the ear. When you're ready, inhale, take a slight arch of that low back, and on your next exhale, begin to kick and reach. Kick your left foot into your left hand as hard as you can. Right fingertips are reaching forward. And again, it's that 50-50 movement, kicking and reaching. When you can't kick anymore, that's when your body will come parallel to the earth. So really relax, allow your left shoulder to pull back behind you and pull your left knee in so it's not kicking out towards the side. We want everything hugging into our midline. Breathe. The right fingertips are reaching forward onto the horizon line. Maybe your left toes are coming up over your head. Change, gently release. Beautiful work. When you're ready, inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Pause for a moment. And when you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step or hop back, high or low plank. Take a vinyasa or skip. We'll all meet back in a downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, we're going to make our way into our balancing stick series. So we're going to come into a high crescent to begin with. When you're ready, let's inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Again, we're on a railroad track, not a tightrope, so make sure your feet are staggered. Sink your hips low, and when you're ready, inhale, lift up, high crescent. We're going to take this into a quick little back bend first. So let's bring our hands up over our head. Palms can be together or separate, it's your choice. Lace your low ribs down. Inhale, lift through your spine. Exhale, gently draw your fingertips and upper back behind you. Keeping the core engaged and low ribs laced down. And then maybe begin to shift your hips forward, coming to a back bend. Inhale will bring you back through center. Let's have palms come together. Interlace all 10 fingers. Release your index finger. When you're ready, we're going to gently, again, find that buoyancy in our back leg. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, begin to hinge forward even more until that left foot begins to hover. Left toes are going to flex back towards our face and lift high. You're going to look like a T from the side. Fingertips reaching forward. Left leg is coming back. Reach through your arms. Chest is parallel to the floor. Breathe, you got it. Maybe lift your chest a little bit. Option to reach your hands back or take it into a half moon. Breathe and reach. Kick that left leg a little bit higher. You look like a T or you're in that half moon. Half moons. Come back. We'll all meet in our standing stick. And then gently release your hands towards the floor and step your left foot to meet your right at the top of your mat. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up, standing into Tadasana. Arms reach up, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back, jump back to a higher low plank. And then we'll all meet into a downward facing dog after a vinyasa, or you can skip it. It's your choice. All right, coming into our left side here. Inhale, left leg lifts high from our downward facing dog. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Again, staggering our stance here, railroad track, not a tightrope. Inhale, we'll lift up, high lunge. Again, setting up here, arms reach up towards the sky. We're going to take a back bend again. I want you to lace those low ribs down, pull the core in. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Then begin to reach your hands back behind you. Upper back is reaching back. Core is still engaged, and when you're ready, maybe your hips press forward just a little bit, coming into a deeper back bend. Inhale will gently bring you back through center. Coming back to our high crescent. Palms come together, interlace all 10 fingers, release your index finger. Coming into our standing balancing stick. When you're ready, begin to shift your weight into your left foot. Find some buoyancy on your back leg. Hinge forward as far as you can, and when you're ready, press firmly through that left foot and begin to lift the right. Again, standing balancing stick. You look like a T from the side. Chest is working parallel to the floor, and reach through your arms. Right toes are flexed back towards your face, hips are level. Option to stay here, reach your arms back, or take a half moon. Your choice. Breathe wherever you are. Root down through your standing leg, micro bend in your knee. Half moons, make your way back to standing balancing stick. And then we'll all gently release our grip. Hands come down towards the floor. Step your right foot to meet your left at the top of the mat. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Tadasana. All right, from the top of our mat, standing in Tadasana, let's take a quarter turn to the left. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, take a 4-foot, very wide stance all the way to the back. Arms are going to open up onto the horizon. Relax your shoulders down. All 10 toes are facing towards the left edge of your mat, or whatever side you're on, if it's the opposite. Or you can have the toes turning slightly in. It's your choice. If you have sciatica pain, I would recommend keeping your toes and the outer edges of your feet parallel with the top and bottom of your mat. Inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, fold forward, Prasarita. Grabbing for the outer edges of your feet. Maybe your hands are slipped up underneath your toes, or you can grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Keep a slight bend in your knee. Take a deep inhale, lift your chest just a bit, and then exhale, begin to fold forward. If you have that grip with your big toes or around the outer edges of your feet, maybe your elbows begin to bend. Forehead is working close to the mat. Keep a micro bend in your knees so you're not hyperextending. Breathe here. Eyes are open. Don't hold your breath. Maybe you begin to roll your weight to the balls of your feet. Option to stay here, release your grip. Option to take a headstand or any other variation in your Prasarita today. This is yogi's choice. It's your time. If you're still in the traditional pose, again, maybe reaching that forehead to the earth, rolling the weight to the balls of the feet, sending the hips high, getting a nice deep stretch down the backside of your legs. Wherever you are, breathe. Don't hold your breath. If you notice you're holding your breath, back out of the pose. If you're in a headstand or in any other variation, gently make your way back to Prasarita. And we'll all inhale, lift through our chest, flat back. Arms come up onto the horizon. Keeping your arms out onto the horizon here, we're going to turn our right toes forward and bend your right knee. Left toes are turning in to face 10 o'clock. Take a deep inhale here. Relax your shoulders down on your exhale. Beautiful. Coming into our triangle pose, take an inhale here, and then exhale, hinge to the right. Our fingertips are in between our big toe and second toe, and your top left arm is shooting straight up towards the ceiling. Can you sink your hips lower? Front thigh is working parallel to the earth. You can gently press your elbow into the inside of your right knee and steer it open with that elbow. Pull your front hip in and under as you extend actively through your back leg. Outer edge of your foot is firmly on the ground of your back foot. Rotate your bottom ribs towards the side and pull your top ribs down and back. You want to work your torso squared towards the side of your room. If it feels okay on your neck, you can turn your gaze up towards the sky. Option to stay here, you can take a bind, wrapping that right arm underneath your right leg, left arm up and over the top. Sink your hips low. If you have that bind and want to take it deeper, option to take it into a bird of paradise. Step your left foot to the top of your mat. Gently hinge up. Maybe right leg extends towards the sky. Wherever you are, breathe. Don't hold your breath. Birds and binds, make your way back to triangle pose. We'll all meet in triangle pose. Left arm is reaching up towards the sky. Right fingertips in between our first and second toe. When you're ready, inhale, hinge up, straighten that front leg. Beautiful work. Hands come to our hips here, and then we're gonna switch sides. So our left foot is turning out behind us towards 12 o'clock, and then our right toes are gonna pull in and face towards 2 o'clock. Begin to bend your left knee. Arms again out onto the horizon, palms are facing forward. Take an inhale, and then exhale, relax your shoulders down. Next inhale, prepare, and then exhale, hinge to the left. Again, your fingertips are in between your first and second toe. Our top right arm this time is shooting up towards the ceiling, and you can gently press that left elbow to the inside of your knee to steer it open and keep it in line. Pull your hip in and under as you extend actively through your back right leg. The outer edge of your right foot is rooted firmly onto the floor. Rotate your bottom ribs towards the side and pull your top ribs back. We really want to try to work our torso squared to the side of the room. If it's okay on your neck, you can turn your gaze up towards your top hand. Again, option here, you can take a bind or maybe a bird of paradise. If you're in a bind, left hand and left arm are coming underneath your left leg, right arm is coming up over the top. Sink low through your hips, make that connection. Birds and binds, when you're ready, make your way back. We'll all meet in triangle pose. And then we'll all slowly inhale, lift up, straighten that left leg. Hands come to our hips here, and let's heel toe our feet together. So we have about a 2.5 foot stance in between our feet. So we're gonna take this into our pyramid pose. So let's swivel on our heels, turn all 10 toes towards the front of our mat. And we want to pull our right hip back and our left hip forward. So our right foot should be forward here. Again, all 10 toes are facing towards the front of our mat. And we're squaring ourselves off towards the top of our mat. You can gently tick your hips back to square them off easier. And let's keep a micro bend in our front right knee. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, palms touch, thumbs cross. Biceps are right next to our ears. Draw your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, lead with your heart. Hinge forward, flat back. Hands come down. Maybe they frame our foot, fingertips on either side. So again, we're scissoring our legs together, drawing our right hip back, rolling our left hip forward. Make sure that left heel is rooted onto the earth. If it's lifting up, step it in just a bit. If both legs are straight, you can bring prayer hands to the top of your right foot, or maybe a reverse namaste. If your forehead isn't connected to your knee here, you can bend it as much as you need to connect the forehead to the knee. Please do not put any pressure on the back of your head to bring your head closer to your knee. We do not need any neck injuries today. Breathe wherever you are. If your eyes are closed, please open them, keep them open, and breathe. And change. Inhale, lift up. Slowly roll all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. And then again, swivel on your heels towards the back of your mat. Left foot is forward this time. And then again, tick your heels. You can bring your hands to your hips here. Tick your right hip forward this time, the left hip back. Pull your left thigh bone back into the hip socket and roll the right hip forward. When you're ready, inhale, arms reach up overhead, palms touch, thumbs cross. Exhale, begin to hinge forward. Lead with an open heart. When you're ready, gently release your hands, frame that front foot, bring your forehead to your knee, bending your knee as much as you need to get your forehead to knee. Make sure your back right foot is rooted onto the earth. If it's not rooted onto the earth, step it in a little bit closer. If both legs are straight, you can bring prayer hands to the top of your left foot. Eyes are open. And again, don't put any pressure on the back of your head. It's okay. Just bend your knee, your front knee, as much as you need to bring your forehead to your knee. Breathe wherever you are. Still pulling that left hip back, right hip roll forward. And change. Inhale, gently lift all the way up to standing. And then we're going to turn towards the left again. So take a quarter turn to the right. Hands can come down by your side and step your left foot back to meet your right. Turn a quarter turn again to the top of your mat and breathe. Standing in Tadasana. From Tadasana, we're going to make our way into our tree pose series. We're only doing one set today, so you'll have an option for toe stand in the first set. Now you can take the traditional tree if you want to just bring your inner foot to your inner thigh, or you can grab that foot and bring it to your hip. It's really your choice, whatever you feel comfortable with. So we're going to start by rooting down through our left foot. Again, kneecap lifted, thighs engaged, core is pulled in, and let's pull that left hip in towards midline. If you'd like to take the traditional set, go ahead, bring your foot to your inner ankle, your inner calf, or your inner thigh. If you'd like, and you want to take the Bikram set, go ahead, reach down, pick up your right foot, and bring it to the crease of your left hip. Your knee is reaching down towards the earth. If you are in the Bikram set, keep your left hand there if you feel like your right foot is slipping. Maybe you bring your right hand to heart center. Wherever you are, root down through your standing leg, firm through your outer ankle, and release your tailbone down towards your heels, keeping a neutral spine. Option with your arms, maybe arms reach up, you can open them out towards the side, or maybe they blow in the wind. You can create a C shape, whatever you'd like. Keep your gaze soft and your focus down towards the floor out in front of you. If you'd like to come into a toe stand, option, when you're ready, begin to hinge forward from your hips. Release your fingertips down towards the floor. Bend through your standing knee. Point your right knee down for balance here. Hover over the heel and bring one hand to heart center and maybe the other. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Release your hands towards the floor, straighten your standing leg, and gently make your way back up. We'll all hold tree pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Gently release your right foot, slow with control. Shake it out if you need to. And then we'll switch sides. So rooting down through your right foot here. Again, kneecap lifted, thighs engaged, belly pulls in. Pull your right hip in so your hips are squared and level. Take the same variation you took on the right, so you can bring your foot to your inner ankle, your inner calf, or your thigh, or you can reach down, pick up your left foot, and bring it to your right hip crease. Wherever you are, root down through your standing leg. If you're in the traditional Bikram set, if you feel like that left foot is going to slip, keep your right hand on your foot and maybe bring your left hand to heart center. Option to take any variation with your hands. Arms can reach up. Maybe you shift your gaze up towards the ceiling for a balance challenge. Wherever you are, root down through your standing leg. Firm the outside of your ankle. Press your big toe into the earth. Release your tailbone down towards your heels and keep a neutral spine. Relax your shoulders back and down and square your shoulders and hips towards the front mirror. Option for toe stand again here. When you're ready, begin to hinge forward from the hips. Release your fingertips down towards the floor. Bend your standing knee. Point your left knee down for balance. And then begin to hover over your right heel. Bring one hand to heart center, maybe the other. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Release your hand towards the floor, straighten your leg, and gently make your way back up. Holding tree pose all together here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. All gently release, slow with control. Beautiful. And when you're ready, let's take our feet out as wide as our mat, pointing our toes in to the left and right corners of our mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sink low, Malasana. Bring the elbows to the inner knees, hands come together at heart center. Option to sit on a block here if you feel like your heels are lifting up off the earth. If you're in a full malasana, sink your hips down and lift through your chest. Keep your chin onto the horizon. Option to take a bind here. Binds can switch sides. And change. Gently release. We'll all make our way down to our mat. Go ahead, take a water break. We'll all meet in Shavasana. Head towards the front of your mat, feet towards the back. If you have tension in your low back, you can always bend your knees, bring your feet out as wide as your mat, and knock your knees together on the inside. Take a few breaths, slow it down, relax. And next up, we're coming into one set of wind relieving pose. So we can extend this left leg long onto the floor, or you can keep your left knee bent, sole of your left foot on the mat. It's your choice. We're going to bring our right knee up into our chest, interlace all 10 fingers around the outside of our right knee. Take a full deep inhale, pull the right knee away, and then exhale, pull the right knee out and around your right rib cage up to your right shoulder. Now, if your leg is extended and you feel like you're rocking around on the mat, flex your toes back towards your face on your left foot. If you feel like your shoulders are lifting up off the mat or your head's lifting up off the mat, maybe try to bend that left knee, bring the sole of the foot onto the earth. Wherever you are, breathe. An inhale, your knee will pull away, and an exhale will pull it in and closer to that right shoulder. Breathe. And change. Gently release that right foot. Either extend the right leg or bend the knee. It's your choice. Bring your left knee into your chest. Interlace all 10 fingers around the outside of that shin. Take a full deep inhale. And then exhale, pull the left knee out and around your left rib cage up to your left shoulder. Relax and melt down. Allow the shoulders and head to come down to the earth. And if you feel like you're rocking around on your mat and that right leg is extended, you can flex your right toes back towards your face. Wherever you are, take full deep inhales and full deep exhales. On your inhales, the left knee will pull away, and on the exhales, the knees will pull in closer to that left shoulder. Breathe here. And change. Gently release. Bring both knees into your chest. Interlace all 10 fingers around the outside of your shins, or maybe grab opposite wrists here. Take a full deep inhale. Fill up your belly. And then exhale. Compress all the stale air out from yesterday. This is your last chance to really cleanse all that air out. Breathe here. Release your tailbone down towards the earth. Flatten your spine and make sure those shoulders and head are working towards the floor. Try not to be a little roly-poly here, so relax your head down. You're going to take short inhales and deep, long exhales. A few more breaths. And change. Gently release your legs. Option to take it into a Shavasana or a happy baby if you want a little bit of a hip opener. If you're in happy baby, you can rock from side to side, maybe opening one leg up and then the other. And when you're satisfied, gently make your way to Savasana. Coming into our first sit-up here, if you have a bad back or are pregnant, please skip. You can just turn around and press yourself up. Coming into our sit-up here, let's flex our toes back, legs come together, arms reach up overhead, thumbs cross. When you're ready, take a deep inhale, sit up, exhale, forward fold, 2 exhales, reach for your toes. And then we'll gently turn over onto our bellies, head towards the front of our mat, waking our way into Cobra Pose. So let's slide the heels of our hands back by our low ribs. Our forehead is down on the mat here. Pull your elbows in. Maybe reach your right leg back and then your left leg. Tops of the feet are pressed firm into the mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift up, head, neck, and chest. Reach up, go up, gaze right out in front of you. You don't have to lift your gaze. Reach and extend, breathe, and change. Gently release, gaze towards the right. Release your hands down by your side. Second set, inhale, come back through center. Again, hands come underneath our shoulders and then slide the heels of your hands back by your low ribs. Elbows pull in. When you're ready, inhale, lift up, head, neck, and chest. Lift up off the mat. Tops of the feet press firmly. Reach your chest. Lift and breathe. And change. Gently release. Gaze to the left. Hands come down by your side. Okay, here now we're working into our Locust Pose. So we're gonna do 2 sets, but only 1 set of each. So only 1 set with the hands underneath us. For the second set, we'll do the traditional full locust. So when you're ready, let's scoop from side to side, bringing our hands underneath our thighs, palms face down, and our forearms are squeezing together. Now I want you to make sure that your gaze is down at the floor and your lips are kissing your mat here. So we really want to protect our cervical spine in this pose. So palms are pressing firmly into the earth, gaze is down at the floor, forearms are working together as best they can. When you're ready, let's inhale, lift our right leg. So we want that hip to forearm connection. Hips are level, so we don't want to lift it so high that it's not touching our forearm. And change, gently release. When you're ready, inhale, lifts the left leg. Again, forearm to hip connection, keeping your gaze down at the floor, long and straight. Toes are pointing back behind you. And change, gently release. Readjust here, scoot your hands down a little bit farther. And when you're ready, take an inhale and both legs are gonna go up, reach up, come up, press firmly into the earth. Again, gaze is down at the floor, you're kissing the mat. Use those hands, anchor down, lift, legs squeeze together, breathe a little bit higher. And change, gently release. Release your hands as they come down by your side, and then gently take your gaze to the right. All right, traditional locust pose. You can keep our hands down by your side or you can reach them up over your head. Let's take 1 cleansing breath to begin with. Gaze can come down towards the floor, forehead on the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. And on our next inhale, we'll all come up, go up, reach up as high as you can. Legs are lifting, arms are lifted, chest is lifted. Reach, go up as high as you can. You look like a little airplane taking off. Breathe. Kick up a little bit higher, lift the chest, and change. Gently release, come back down. Gaze towards the left side. All right, 1 more pose of this little back bending series. We're coming into bow pose and we're gonna do 2 sets. So if you wanna do 1 leg at a time, you're more than welcome to. When you're ready, let's all bring our gaze back through center. Chin can come to the mat. Let's bend our knees, reach back, grab for the outer ankles, feet, or legs. To begin, let's pull our knees together so we're hugging everything into our midline. Relax your shoulders as they reach back behind you. When you're ready, we'll all take a deep inhale together And then exhale, kick back. Kick your feet into your hands as hard as you can. That's where all the power comes from, is from your legs. Kicking that foot into your hand as hard as you can. Relax your shoulders. Allow your chest to lift. We're coming onto the soft part of our belly here. Gaze can be straight out in front of you. Toes are reaching up overhead. Knees are squeezing together. Release your low back as you come up, go up, reach up, and change. Gently release. Take your gaze towards the right here. And you can rock your hips from side to side or windshield wipe your legs. Release your low back. If we did gaze towards the right on the other side, you can shift your gaze towards the left. I can't remember. All right, coming back through center, let's bring that chin back. And again, if you took the one leg the one time, just switch legs. And then when you're ready, we'll bend both knees. Reach back for the outer ankles or your shin or your lower leg, whatever you would like. Bring those knees together. And when you're ready, take a full deep inhale and exhale. Begin to kick and reach. Relax your shoulders. Allow your chest to reach towards the sky. Gently come onto the soft part of your belly. Don't hold your breath. Try not to rock here. Kick your legs a little bit higher, a little bit harder. You got it. One more breath. And change. Gently release. Gaze to the left. Again, you can windshield wipe your legs, rock your feet, release any tension in your low back. When you're ready, gently press yourself up to a seated position at the top of your mat, Hero's Pose. So your knees together, ankles underneath your bum. Go ahead and take a drink of water. All right, from our Hero's Pose at the top of the mat, let's keep our knees together, and then we're gonna sit right in between our feet. So our feet are coming out wide, and try to nestle your bum right in between those heels and the ankle. If you need to move your calves out of the way, you can. Option always to stay in Hero's Pose or sit on a block or two, keeping yourself lifted. You do not have to come into this pose if it hurts your back. So this is fixed firm. We're doing 2 sets here, so if you want to do one leg at a time, you absolutely can. When you're ready and you want to release back, let's bring our hands to the heels or the soles of our foot here, fingertips facing forward. And then when you're ready, gently lower one forearm down at a time. Listen to your body. Know the difference between pain and stretching. If you don't feel like going all the way down to the floor today, you do not have to. If both forearms and elbows are on the ground, you can gently release all the way down. Maybe bringing your arms up over your head, grabbing opposite elbows, and then shimmy your shoulders down towards your hips here, creating a little arch in your low back. Knees are working together, but it's okay if they come apart. Now you have an option here. You can stay here for the second set, or you can bring your hands back to the soles of your feet. Gently press yourself up, one forearm at a time, tucking your chin to your chest, making your way up to Hero's Pose. And then when you're ready, you can come back down. So for the second set, if you are already all the way down to the floor and you want a deeper back bend, you can go ahead, unwind your arms here, so release your elbows, and you can bring your hands by your shoulders. So fingertips are going to be facing towards your shoulders, and your elbows are going to be pulling in. When you're ready, press firmly through both palms. Go ahead, lift up into a low back bend. Reaching your hips up towards the sky, pull the low belly in, lace the low ribs down, and reach and go up. You got it. Breathe. If you're in that back bend, gently come down. We're all going to make our way back up to Hero's Pose, so hands come to the soles of our feet. Gently press yourself up, one forearm at a time. Tuck your chin to your chest, and then when you're ready, gently turn around, coming onto your back for Shavasana. In our Shavasana here, again, releasing, relaxing down. Slow down your breath. Gaze as softly up at the ceiling. All right. Coming into our Sit up here, so feet together, arms up over our head, thumbs crossed. When you're ready, inhale, sit up. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful. Gently turn around. So we're coming onto the back of our mat, sitting in Hero's Pose once again. We're doing one set of tortoise pose here. If you don't like tortoise, you can always come into a child's pose. When you're ready, inhale, arms reach up overhead, palms touch, thumbs cross. On your next exhale breath, you're going to hinge forward, leading with your heart, keeping your biceps right next to your ears, trying to keep those hips back towards your heels. Your pinky edges of your fingers will touch the mat first and then your forehead. So this is an active pose here. We're actively pressing through the knife edge of our hand and our arms are lifted up off the mat. Using that pressure from our hands pressing into the mat, allow your hips to sink back. So use your hands to press your hips back towards your heels here. Actively still lifting your arms. Breathe. Eyes are open. And change. Inhale, slowly lift up, biceps next to your ears, squeeze and hug everything and use that core. And change. Gently turn around, coming onto your backs for Shavasana. Again, relaxing completely down. All right, coming up to our sit-up here, or again, you can always roll around and come to the top of the mat. When you're ready, feet together, legs together, arms up over our head. Take an inhale breath, sit up. Double exhale, fold forward, reach for the toes. All right, we'll all turn around, coming to the top of our mat, coming into our peak pose, what we've been working towards, Camel Pose. All right, so at the top of our mat, we're going to bring our knees at hip width distance. So again, that's 2 fists if you need a visual. Bring those 2 fists in between your knees, separate your feet. Option to tuck your toes or keep your feet flat on the mat. We'll all inhale, lift up, come up onto our knees. Now I really want you to try to keep those hips in line with your knees here. It's okay if you don't come all the way back today. Each day is different, so honor your body. Let's stick our hands to our low back, so take them to your low back like you're sticking your hands in some pockets. Let's inhale, shoulders to our ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Squeeze your elbows behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now, before we reach back, lace your low ribs down, pull the low belly in, lift up nice and tall. Take an inhale, grow through your spine, press through your knees, reach up, and when you're ready, gently on an exhale, come back. Again, keeping those hands on your low back is fine. Tuck your chin to your chest if you'd like, or you can drop your head back. Press your hips forward, keeping them in line with your knees. Option to reach back, maybe grab for one heel, maybe the other. If you have your heels, lift your chest up towards the sky, like as if someone is trying to pull you up. They have a string attached to your chest and they're lifting you up towards the sky. Press your hips forward and change. Hands come to our low back, tuck your chin to your chest. Slowly lower all the way down back to your heels. Take a moment for yourself. Breathe, relax. All right, second set of camel here. If you want to take any variations, spice up your practice, you can. Let's go ahead, come up onto our knees again. Again, hip width distance. You can tuck your toes or keep the tops of your feet flat on the mat. Let's stick our hands in some pockets, bringing them to our low back. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Squeeze your elbows together. Lace your low ribs down. Pull them in. Engage your core. Pull the low belly in and up. Inhale will lift and lengthen you through your spine as you press through your knees. Lift up out of your hips. Exhale, come back. Back bending here. Again, pressing your hips forward so they're in line with your knees. Chest is lifting towards the sky. Option to keep your chin tucked or drop your head back. Reach back for one heel, maybe the other. If you have both heels in your hands, press your hips forward and lift your chest up towards the sky. You got it. Breathe, reach up, go up, And change. Hands to our low back. Gently sit back onto your heels. Tuck your chin to your chest. Take a moment for yourself. Take a moment to breathe before you turn around in Shavasana. When you feel comfortable, gently turn around into Shavasana. Lay on your back. It's okay if you feel a little bit dizzy. That's normal. Relaxing down into our Shavasana. We only have a few more sit-ups here. Release the tension in your face. Gaze straight ahead, up towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders down. All right, when you're ready, coming into our sit-up here, feet together, legs together, arms reach up overhead. Inhale, breath brings you up. Double exhale, hinge forward, grab your toes. And then when you're ready, we're going to turn around and we're coming into a child's pose to thread the needle. Working on slowing down a little bit here. So when you're ready, working into our child's pose, your feet can, or your big toes can touch, knees can come out wide. Hands are right underneath our shoulders here, keeping our chest lifted just for a moment. Let's inhale, right arm reaches towards the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath the left, palm face up. Left hand can extend out in front of you. Or you can reach that left hand around for a bind, grabbing for your inner right thigh. Wherever you are, breathe, connect. Eyes can be opened or closed. Let's switch sides. So draw that left hand right in front of your face. Press yourself up. Inhale, right arm reaches towards the sky. Plant your right hand. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath your right. Coming down to the mat, left ear is working onto the floor. Right hand can reach out in front of you, or you can reach it back and over to the top for another bind. Reaching your right fingertips towards your inner left thigh. Eyes can be open or closed. And then we'll gently draw that right hand right back in front of our face. Press ourselves up. Inhale, lift that left arm towards the sky. And then gently bring it right back underneath our shoulders. So we're going to take one last little vinyasa here. When you're ready, coming into our tabletop. Walk your hands one palm's length in front of where they're at right now. Take a full deep inhale, and then exhale, press up and back to a downward facing dog. Now you can stay here and skip the vinyasa, or you can take one last vinyasa with me. Let's inhale, lift high up onto our toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back, high or low plank. Take a vinyasa of your choice, and we'll all meet back in a downward facing dog. So from our downward facing dog, you have an option here. You can either come into a Janu Sirsasana or a pigeon pose. So when you're ready, I'm going to lift my right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend my knee, hinge forward. Bring my right knee to my right wrist, right ankle to my left wrist, and gently lower all the way down, coming into my pigeon pose. Now from here, you can inhale, lift through your chest, or exhale, gently come down, working your way onto your forearms. If you're in this pigeon pose with me and your hip is lifting up off the earth, you can bring a block underneath your right hip. And then again, sending your breath into any tension points. If you'd like, you can lift yourself up in your pigeon pose, reach back grab for your left foot, coming into a mermaid. Or if you feel up to it and you want to work on your splits, you can make your way into the splits from your pigeon pose. When you're ready, we'll all meet back in pigeon, or you can skip pigeon and come right back into a downward facing dog. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. You can go ahead, shake out that right leg, and then we're going to inhale, lift our left leg towards the sky, and then bring that left knee to our left wrist, and then our left ankle to our right wrist, slowly lowering down into our pigeon pose. Again, option to take this into the traditional Savasana that you would be taking. So it's that forward fold, foot to thigh, knee is bent. If you're in your pigeon pose, you can inhale, lift, and then exhale, hinge forward, scooting that right leg back down behind you. Relaxing all the way down towards the floor. You can stay here, working your way slowly down, taking your time, noticing the difference between the left and right sides of your body. And then option, if you want to take this into a mermaid or a back bend, or if you feel so inclined and are working on the splits, you can take this into the splits. We'll gently make our way back to our pigeon or our starting pose, and then we'll take ourselves into a downward facing dog, however you need to get there. And then if you want to lift that left leg up towards the sky, shake it out. We're going to gently come on down to a seated position. Now let's take our legs out in front of us, and we're going to cross our right leg up and over our left here. And you can keep that left leg extended, or you can wrap it around towards the right. Let's take our right hand back behind us. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of our right knee, or you can wrap your arm around your right knee. Let's go ahead, inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Maybe taking your gaze behind you. Relax through your shoulders. Breathe. And change, gently unwind. And then we'll release that top leg, bring the left leg up and over the right this time. Again, right leg can be extended, or you can pull it back behind you. Let's take our left hand behind us. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, right arm to the outside of our left knee. Inhale, root down. And then exhale, twist. Breathe, maybe gaze shifts behind you. And change, gently unwind here. And we're going to slowly all lower down onto our back. Top of our head is facing towards the front and feet are to the back. We have one last set up here, I promise. So when you're ready, feet together, legs together, arms come up overhead. When you're ready, inhale, lift up. Exhale, double exhale, fold forward, grab for your toes. And then we're going to gently turn around, coming to the center or back of our mat. You can sit in easy pose, or you can sit in hero's pose. Maybe you are sitting up on a block, whatever feels good. So today we're actually going into Breath of Fire. Now I know it's a little bit different than the traditional series, and this really is all through the nose. So you'll be creating that same belly pump that you're normally used to in this traditional series, but it'll be coming out through your nose. So if you are unfamiliar with it, we'll all begin by panting like a dog. So it's the same action. So if you'd like, open your mouth with me, stick your tongue out, and begin panting like a dog. And you'll begin to feel that belly pump action. And when you are comfortable with that belly pump action and breathing out through your mouth, Then you can seal your lips and begin the same thing out through your nose. So we're going to just do one set today. It'll be 30 inhales and 30 exhales. But again, the inhales happen automatically, so don't worry about it. If you mess up, that's fine. So when you're ready, let's all take a full deep inhale together. Exhale, release. And when you're ready, let's all inhale. We'll begin on my clap. Inhale. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work, you guys. Gently turn around, come into Shavasana. Whatever that means to you, you can be a big star pose, arms lay out, legs can open up, or you can bend your knees again here, taking your feet out as wide as your mat, knees knocked together on the inside. Wherever you are, allow your eyes to gently close or softly gaze at the ceiling. And stay as little or as long as you would like. But I encourage you to stay as long as you can to soak up all the benefits from this practice today. Release the tension in your face, unclench your jaw, and pull the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Allow your head, neck, and shoulders to relax down and soften. Feel the earth hold you up. And let your feet fall open from side to side. Toes are shutting off, legs are shutting off. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your belly here. If you'd like to take one big breath, and then sigh it out to seal the deal and relax and melt down, letting gravity do the work. I'm going to leave you all here in Shavasana today. You guys can stay as little or as long as you'd like. I encourage you to stay as long as you can. Thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Namaste.